What's up, Bills fans? What is up? They don't like us. They just tolerate us. But oh well, we're still here. And AFC East champs, 2 years in a row. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? They wanted to crown the Patriots. Patriots are back. 2001 Patriots. They go down to Miami and lose. This game for the Bills was a tough scrap, made it harder on themselves than I felt like it needed to be. But if you look throughout this season, and not just the Bills, it was every team. It was every team. It just wasn't the Bills. It was every team. You look at what happened in Indianapolis today in Jacksonville. You look at what's going on with Oakland and the Chargers right now. It's, man, 9 sacks, Jake. They were just on fire. And I don't want nobody apologizing for this win, man. I don't want, you know what, there was a lot of bullshit being talked on Twitter about, this team. I was like, look at every team. I mean, look what almost happened to Tennessee today against a team that the Bills got no credit for waxing early in the season. The Bills got no credit for shutting that team out. And Davis Mills, the best rookie quarterback in the NFL. I mean, I'm watching this game, and my man Chris Collinsworth can't get Justin Herbert's dick out of his mouth. It's sickening. I can't stand it. He's just gagging on live air. Everything the kid does, he just threw a pick and he just nutted all over the control panel. It's disgusting. But they really, it looked like it was going to be easy sailing. That was a nice throw. It looked like it was going to be easy sailing. They got up 10-0. They got the block punt. I'm like, okay, you go for the throat. They don't get nothing out of that drive. They go back and forth, exchanging punts. It just seemed like they just hit such a lull, and the run wasn't getting stopped. He wasn't hitting any passes. I mean, the drive right before half was really, really nice. It sucks they couldn't cap it off with a touchdown, because I felt like at any point, if it would have been up 17-3, 17, whatever it was, they're dead. They're dead in the water. I mean, they got off that one pass that Keelan Cole caught. It was like Poyer was driving on it. It was a close. I mean, even the other one to Black that he caught it was like inside, it's an interception. Outside, it was, he caught it, but they stopped him short of the first down. Just like every little thing for the defense in the secondary was just kind of day late dollar. It was just like right there to be had. But the pass rush, oh my God, where the hell has that been? And I don't want to hear about, makeshift offensive line. Look, everybody has a makeshift offensive line, except the Colts. Colts rolled out their starting five. Bills took a ton of shit for losing to that team on that same field. Indy had their playoff lives. They beat that team they're in. They go down there and they vomit on themselves. Indy came into Buffalo and destroyed them. Make that make sense. Indy beats New England in Indianapolis. Tennessee, the number 1 seed, gets destroyed in New England. New England can't beat the Dolphins, who the Bills just handle easily. Make any of this make sense? What's up, K Beats? How you doing? It's insane, man. So that's what I say. Reason my big soliloquy: don't apologize for these wins. Don't let none of the talking heads get you down. Don't listen to none of the scuttlebutt. We watched this season, each and every last one of us, every minute of Bills football. We watched the league. We observed the league. It's just been crazy. Wentz just vomited all over himself. And that was the prescription for their affliction. Everybody said if they can't get Jonathan Taylor going and he can't carry them and they have to rely on Wentz, it wasn't going to be pretty. Who would have known that would have happened? Steelers doing what they did. A tough, just battling with a broken down Roethlisberger. I mean, I say it 1,000 times. Bills play that game again tomorrow, they win it. Jacksonville, the same thing. Tennessee, the same thing. The only thing that stops the Bills in my opinion, has been the Bills this whole season. If I saw a graphic put up, if you flip every one-score game, if you flipped every one-score game, it's 15-1. The Bills' record is 15-1. Think about that. One-score game, 15-1. But you know, it's just the only one who wouldn't get a flip. It's insane. The Giants. The Giants would be exactly the same record they are now. And here you have another guy the media just loves. Captain, let's see. This is their season. 4th and 6. Herbert's back. Got it. He got it. Oh, what the hell's up with that spot? Steelers, man, it's insane. It's insane. Yeah, not losing to the Lions saved their season. Look at Baltimore. They had to convert in 4th and 19 to even beat the Lions early in the season, and that's with Lamar Jackson. Did Mike Williams not get this? This is their season. Did he get his knee down? Now this is King go for it on 4th down. He had to go for it on 4th down. Oh, it's over for the Chargers. Good night. Oh, he's going to challenge it. He's got to challenge it. He's got no choice. Do the refs recuse themselves? That's the question. They're going to go on about this for about however. But guys, several things from this game and the last 4 to 5 games, even with the L's, right? Dane Jackson has been great. He has been phenomenal. Haven't noticed him. Have not noticed him. What a good problem to have. Stepping in for an all-pro like Trey White, playing just calm, cool, collected, and it was nice to see at the end of the game in the press conference. It's usually Hyde and Poyer. They had Levi Wallace and Dane Jackson right beside him. I don't know if Teron Johnson was up there, but it was just so nice to see because that team, that unit back there in a passing league. Think about that in a passing league, only to have allowed 12 touchdown passes. Barely, I mean, I had the season numbers up. I have the season numbers up. Look, would you guys like to know how many passing yards this team has allowed in this league, in this era? Not one Pro Bowler. 2,077-1. Let me just say that again. 2,077-1 yards allowed passing in this era of football. How in the hell is not any of these guys going to the Pro Bowl? Poyer, 5 interceptions, 3 sacks. I think he has 10 tackles for loss. Hyde, 5 interceptions, a pick 6, and a sack. No Pro Bowls. No Pro Bowls. 9 sacks today. Ed Oliver, Harrison Phillips have played out of their minds in the last 4, 5, 6. We would laugh. The thought of Harrison Phillips, he's probably done. He can't. He's inactive. Kyle Williams 2.0. That's a joke. That's a joke. That guy's been amazing. That guy has played so impressive. And I can't. And Oliver. They were just given the first down. And they reversed it. They don't want everybody to turn off the TV. Exactly. They don't want everybody to turn off the TV. What's up, Doug? It, they don't like us. They don't really like us. They don't really want us there. They don't want this. They don't want this Bills team there. They get like they get like fake love. They get like fraudulent love. That's what they get. Let's see what the Golden Child does with his team needing this. Holding. Just got tackled. And they know it. 10 yards. Sorry it's late. I wanted to do it right when we know what's going on. So Saturday, 8:15. It's looking like New England, 100%. Oh, Storm Norton just tackled my man. Just tackled him. Yeah, man. That's all it's about. 1st and 20. 9 penalties for 103 yards from another guy. The NFL media elitists just love to copulate with. They just love to perform fellatio on this guy. Didn't you love that 4th down? Where did he take it? Like at his 22? 4th and inches at his 4th and a yard at his 22, and he just gave them a free 3 points. That was nice. Yeah, it was a terrible pick six he threw today. Xavier Howard just baited him right into it too. He waited for him to throw it. I bet you Xavier Howard was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna throw it," and he just stepped in front of. I think it was Aguilar right there. They tried to do one of those little rubs because I was watching that game on my computer and I was watching the Bills. I just wanted to. Oh, nice! Oh, that's a big one. So they lose it down and they 3 more yards. Oh my God. Poor Herbert. See, this is where Allen doesn't get the love. It's just the dog. It's the dog. Today he was up against it to nobody. 3rd and 21. He was up against it in terms of some passes getting off receivers' hands, just a hair trigger short. Diggs not getting his foot down. Davis went out of the back of the end zone. Davis didn't get the other foot down on the deep one down the right hand sideline. It was a nice pass. I mean, a couple of passes he hit. The one to Knox and the other one to Davis. Hard play action. They were in a heavy formation, heavy set. Those are beautiful throws, man. They were beautiful throws. 3rd and 21. Herbert takes his drop. This pass is a dead duck. Oh, it was a lot closer than I thought, but it didn't look like it had a lot of arc on it. So this is their season pretty much, guys. The guy's a dog. I mean, you saw it when I believe it was Kyle Phillips, and he got hurt really bad on that play. His own man comes in, hit Allen 5 yards out of bounds, like 5 yards clean out of bounds. And Allen just goes off on the sideline, just like flips his fucking lid, justifiably so. They throw the flag 30, 40 seconds later. Oh, you suck, Raiders. How the fuck do you give that up? That's disgusting. That's insane. What's up, Woods? Yeah, it wasn't pretty, man. The defense played crazy. What is number 52 doing? You've got that You're playing the deep middle. What the fuck are you doing standing there? You just watched him. There was nobody around you. That was terrible. Yeah, man. Once they got that Kyle Wilson, oh man. I don't know if I just said him or Zach Wilson. Sorry. Yeah, they both played for the Jets, first round picks, but the defense played with its ass on fire. Um, they really did. The pass rush was relentless. I mean, I haven't seen a pass rush like that, and God knows when. Just an insane pass rush. They and when they didn't get to Wilson, he was hurried. That kid's gonna get himself hurt because a lot of those, a fair amount of those sacks, he just refused to give up on the play. Got it. He got crushed. Yeah, man, it's gonna be cold, light snow apparently. Yeah, it was pretty bad, Doug. Is that the one where they collided on the Tua run to end the game, bro? What's up, Eric, man? You know what's crazy? They had a rough day, but when you look at the numbers and you see 424 yards and you see 27 points, they had a block punt they got nothing out of. They didn't get a field goal, they didn't get no points out of that. It was like, what the fuck? It was maddening. It was just like, how the hell could you roll up that many numbers? They had 177 yards rushing. It was disgusting. Yeah, Angry Bills. I said it before. How does this defense have no Pro Bowlers on it? 2,077, 2,077, 2,777 and 1 yards passing allowed all season. The defense beefed up his sack numbers the last 2 weeks. They finished the season with 42 sacks. Crazy. Just an insane game. But in terms of Singletary has really taken the reins in terms of him just, you know, really being the lead back for this team. The point differential, 57 total touchdowns scored. I don't know if these stats are completely all updated, but they're pretty on point. Yeah. It's crazy. 4.8 yards per rush. I know a lot of that is Allen. 20 rushing touchdowns. Marcus Mariota just started down off right. Yeah, they had the one play, and that one play Poyer was driving for the interception. But if he had hung back, I think they would have got the first down. Or maybe he dislodges the football. But he was going so hard for that pick six, and there was Oliver's been insane, Eric. And it's just it'd be one thing, the former 8th overall pick, okay, you're finally starting to see it. Did you see the one where he had the snap count so perfect? How lucky were the Jets they didn't have a turnover today? Where he shoots the gap. He beats his man so bad. He knocks Wilson as he's handing the ball. The ball just flies into Carter's hands. Literally just goes into Carter's hands. It was insane. I was like, oh my God. The one where I forget, I think it was who ran him down on that one. It was Addison. Addison gets a strip sack. The ball just lands right at Wilson and bounces right back to him. It was insane. It was like every play. There was another one where it was a short pass to Black on a third down. They didn't convert. And it was just like, what's his name? Levi Wallace is just like right there. Oh, Derek Carr. Oh, the Raiders got it back? How did they not recover that? Oh my God. Oh, that 93 for the Chargers. Yeah, he looked bad, Doug. I mean, he looked like he's going to get himself killed. Like that kid, 3 or 4 of those sacks he gave to himself. Like all that running around shit. And he's a small guy. I mean, we got to see what a small guy he is. He's not a big guy. He throws a real pretty ball. Holding. Holding against the Chargers. That's a big penalty. But the Singletary, him receiving the ball, he caught a nice screen today. That one touchdown was so nice. If there had been another second or two at the end of the half, I wanted them to run at least one play. One play. I mean, it turned into a chip shot field goal because you had the pass interference. I would have liked to have got it at the 1. I think they were at the 3. He's not 6'3", Dark Happenings. He's not 6'3". He's not. That kid is barely 6'1". Barely 6'1". I saw him warming up, not like he was doing a long workout when he was still on IR, in the end zone, closest to where me and my girl were sitting when we went to the game here at the Meadowlands at MetLife. That kid is tiny as hell. That kid, yeah, he's 6'1". He's tiny. He's a tiny kid. They were just going for a penalty there. Literally just going for penalties. Half of these shot plays are they're just trying to draw pens. That's all they're doing. Even the one that he got off the near the end there, right before the touchdown. That'd be insane if the Steelers make it in. That would be insane. Yeah, Beasley, it was weird. Beasley caught a few passes today. One was a big a big drive starter, but outside of that, it just seemed really this. I don't know if he shot. I don't know. It's just finding the right pieces. It'll be interesting to see what happens when Emmanuel Sanders comes back next week. Um, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, Doug. He just. But you know what? If they're going to throw the flags and you know that they're going to do it, you almost have to play it up. It's like these people as referees, these people are just they inject themselves into the game so frequently. It's like you'd behoove yourself not to do it. Oh, who's this number 96? The card's coming for. Let's see what happened to him. He's a big dude. I haven't really recognized him. Non-contact. Ah, he just jumps and lands in his right leg just kind of did one of these numbers. Ugh. Yeah, it was just like they did that they do this test to see if the ACL is torn, and they could pretty much tell it right there. Yeah, you know what? And it was twice. There was a McKenzie run, and then there was another good positive play. It was a Singletary run backed up into their own end. Singletary gets a first down. They get another one, and then it's a penalty, and then it just kills the drive. There was that McKenzie end around, gets the first down, and then they get a hold. Oh, Herbert's hurt. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, man? One not done, baby. This former Bill Quentin Jefferson, man, he's fucking playing like his hair's on fire. I think ever since he cut his dreads, he looks a little leaner too with the Raiders. He looks leaner. Remember last season he had a strip sack against the Raiders for the Bills, kind of sealed the game. Third and 10. Doug says, "Oh shit, maybe he got the feed." Whoa! Palmer got spun around. 4th and 10. This guy loves it. Man, Zimmer would just. I mean, with Phillips. I mean, every guy. I can't knock the guys that are playing right now, man, because I mean Bates has played great. The penalty was on Bates actually because he blocked down low. Remember down on the McKenzie, just negated a big play. Okay, this is the Chargers season. 4th and 10 in the shadow of their own end zone. Got it. He got it. He was down. Oh, Crosby's gonna kill this dude. He's that Storm Norton is gonna have this guy in his dreams. Yeah, that one downfield. It was two drives in particular. That was one that just got killed. Bills were driving. I think they ended up. I don't even know if they kicked a field goal. No, that's the one where they pinned them back and they finally flipped the field. And once they were able to flip the field, that was the game pretty much. And then they went on 2 touchdown drives and the game was over. Out of bounds. Oh, he just dislocated his fucking shoulder. He just dislocated his shoulder. Let me see. Eh, the way his arm is like that, you either get the stinger or your shoulder pops out. Is he even on the field right now? Another 3rd and 10. No, he's not on the field. Dropped. Guyton. Another 4th and 10. I didn't see that one, Doug. I thought I saw one where he was like trying to draw some attention to the refs, but they didn't throw a flag. It was just tough sledding out there for the offense for the better part of 2.5 quarters, and in the middle of the game until they got started like 12 and change left to go in the 4th, and then they just ran away with it. And I don't know how they rolled up 424 yards of offense. I don't know how. Intercepted. Over. Season over. Come on, you're gonna give them the first down because you want. Oh, that's such bull. These refs are just helping the Chargers. I saw her. I saw her today. She was out there. She was there when Allen got hit. When Allen got pushed out of bounds, didn't say anything. It was kind of a hold. It was a hold. It was a hold. He held him. I'll admit that. All 3 timeouts. 1 minute and 6 seconds. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fucking fumble. Pick. Nah, his hand was going forward. Incomplete pass. Yeah, I saw that, Doug. I remember it now. It was right on the right hand side. Man, I don't know. That was scary, Eric. Oof. Oh God. They really want to keep people watching. They're gonna milk this last regular season game for everything. I swear. That's exactly what they're doing. They're milking it for all it was worth, all it's worth. All it's worth. It's disgusting. He threw it, even did like this. Come on, what are you reviewing? It's an incomplete pass. Go on to the next down. They do have all three of their timeouts. They could be trying to win if they hadn't let them get that field goal. They would be going down to try to win the game. It was awesome, Jake. I fucking killed it, dude. That's kind of a tradition of mine. They're just that's all they're doing here. They know the play is an incomplete pass. They're just trying to milk every last second out of this regular season. So let's wait. Let's waste 6 minutes of our lives reviewing another call. It is, Doug. You're right. It really is. 100% it is. I mean, there was a lot of playoff games today. It's not like that New England had a lot to play for. I mean, they could have had a home playoff game. The Bills did win. It wasn't easy, but Miami got up on them early, 17-0, and they fought back. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Oh, didn't we acquire Hack because he was supposed to be more accurate with Bohorquez of the? I don't know what the hell happened. I think the wind or something was doing something to the ball when he transferred it, when he was trying to transfer it from his hand to his foot, and then I don't know. I just think he had a brain fart there, but he rebounded, hit a few nice punts, bombed one, got one inside their own end zone, or right outside their own end zone. Got it. They're going to take a timeout now. Then he dropped. Yeah, when I saw that, Eric, I wanted to lose my shit. Handed him 3 points. I have no idea. Ugh. Yeah, that was a good K beats. It was, maybe hopefully it's just a temper, it was just a bad day, but hopefully, he rebounded and did his thing. So let's see how this game plays out. The Steelers, they're Steeler fans. How the fuck did they manage this? He's throwing it out of bounds. Oh, did Eckler just lose that? I thought Eckler lost it, or he was throwing it away because he was going to get crushed. They both go to the playoffs. Yeah, he had him. Oh, who's number 33? 33. He just got turned or spun around there. Watched Crosby. He's coming for blood every play. Another timeout. And they're playing with fire with these timeouts. Yeah, that's insane, man. And they had them backed up a few times. I mean, they had a fourth down, couple of fourth down conversions they had to hit. They got them. So hats off to them for getting those. That's hard shit. Defense is cramping up. In Vegas, I don't know what the weather's like there, but they're indoors, so they can control it. They must be like one of the only teams that have cheerleaders now. Them and the Cowboys. I don't see anybody with cheerleaders. He's throwing out away. There's another 6 seconds. They are coming for him, man. Yeah. You never know, though, Doug. You never know. You don't want to say one way or another, man. Was at the 2, but again, kicking down the middle slowed it down. Yeah, it was just I just man, that was just a nightmare of a day for a punter. I've never seen one worse. And then the team win. Threw it, takes another. Yeah, these plays, it's 6 seconds a pop, man. They're getting into territory where they have to throw, man. I've never seen a punter have a worse day. The team still win pretty easily. The defense played with his hair on fire. It was just insane. Like, if you would think Matt Hawk was on the take, you would have thought, like, God, what bookie got into his into his life? Who does he owe money to? But obviously, he didn't want to do that shit. He's out of bounds. He didn't come down. He didn't come down. Remember when you couldn't force receivers out? Jesus Christ, the stupidest play ever. Fourth and 10 again. Another 6 seconds went off the clock. The Raiders took a timeout. How many fourth and 10s on this drive? Like, is this what? The what? The fourth? He's out of bounds with his knee. What the hell? Like, every play. Every play. Dude, they used to. Remember that, Doug? It was terrible. Oh, my God. They used to. Oh, he pushed him out. So what? It's fourth and 10. They're really up against it right now. One timeout, 22 seconds. Just touch him. You would have got a free 5 yards. Got to take a timeout. Jesus Christ. They just got to start shooting at the end zone now. It's insane, K Beats. Jesus Christ. You know what it is they're just playing so far back. Like, Williams is a nice, I mean, he just ran him upfield, turned around, big target, but they've still got to respect the whole field. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, you got to start shooting at the end zone. The second he snaps the ball, this play is gonna be make the game under 10 seconds. 10 seconds. There's no way they can throw the ball to the middle of the field. There's no way. Seriously, right, Doug? This is like agony, man. Imagine being the Raiders right now. Whew. I believe the Colts were a little further out last year, Bills playoff game. The first one, I think they were a little farther out, but they're playing far back. They're going to shoot at the end zone now. Incomplete. Wow. This is the last play of the game. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's a catch. Yeah, that's a catch. This is the last play of the game, though. Will the refs recuse themselves, though? That's the will the refs. Will the refs say that's always the key is like will the refs do it? Telling you the networks are milking it, guys. It's exactly what they're doing. He's going to be a catch. Basacci is pissed. He knows it's going to be a catch. It's a catch. Yeah, it was a catch. Last play of the game. Hopefully it's the last play of the game. They put 5 seconds back on. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. This should be the last play. Touchdown. You're kidding me. You're kidding. You think so, Doug? They got to kick the extra point. No, he's going to. You got to kick. You got to kick. If this guy misses it, holy shit. Former Bills kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Got it right down the middle. That was a hell of a throw. You went to your big target right there. He's double covered. Oh my God. Insane. Got to give him a lot of credit for this one. Oh, he got Collinsworth, got that dick back in his mouth. Holy shit. Max Crosby's so pissed. Raiders are praying to God they get this ball first because their defense is gassed. Raiders taking the ball. They get the ball. They had to. They had to. There's no way. There's no way you could put your defense back out on the field again. That's insane, guys. Unbelievable is right. Holy shit. Is this I don't know, man. The league looked like they wanted this to keep going, bro. Oh God. Do they just milk the clock and tie? I mean, you're competitive, man. You're trying to win. You're trying to win, man. What's up, Eric? How you doing, bro? Timothy. Nah, you're trying to win. You're not doing nobody else no favors. I mean, you're gonna go to the playoffs. Oh God, are they? Oh, they're. Oh, I can hear them. I could hear them over all the way over across the river from 345 Park Place. I can hear the offices losing their minds. Oh my God. Oh, they loved it. Just they want it. He wanted it like so bad. I could just hear them. Nah, I don't think so, man. What was I right about, Doug? I'm sorry, man. They're apoplectic right now. I don't know. I'd be in the toilet. I don't know if I could watch. I mean, I'd watch, but I'd be a mess. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're playing to win. This nobody's doing that. Like nobody's doing that. That's not happening. I don't know why people speculate about that. It's so like bad. It's so bad to speculate about that stuff. Like you want to bastardize the very thing that you make your money off of. Like I never heard like a media try to bastardize and talk shit like about the thing. Like just crap. Like it just goes to show they never really competed in anything. Like how are you gonna tell all these grown men to just like chillax? Like that shit does not happen, man. Oh God, are they giddy? Woo! I hear it. I can hear it, dude. It's just echoing all the way across the water. You could hear the vibration all the way down in Eighth Ave. Make a right there through the tunnel. Okay, they get it at the 25. So if the Raiders score a touchdown, they win. Yeah, they just don't. Well, they don't have the firepower. They don't have the quarterback. That's what it is. It's NJ. Who's NJ? K Beats throws it away. Oh, the New Jersey Jets. 5-0 overtime. Wow. That's all good, K Beats. They need a big play. They need a drive starter. Oh, stay in bounds. Whoa, Jacobs. They got him pinned up though there. If you saw, they washed him out nicely for that run. Colts have how do they, I know they beat the Bills pretty good. They have 7 Pro Bowlers, a 9-8 team that got knocked out of the playoffs. I'd give it to them again. Give it to them again. Run it again. That's why. Give it to them again. See? Just give it to them. Give it to them again. That would be a good matchup. I don't know if we'll see it though. Hit him, just hit him again. Give it to Jacobs again. That's a very you saw that little sides. That was such a patient. If he's not patient, that was a nice run. Give it to him again. They do not want to have to defend that run. They're pissing their pants. All right, that's fine. Is there anybody more annoying than Collinsworth? Brian Greasy's turning out to be pretty fucking annoying. Whoever, Trevor. It's whoever. You got to play who you got to play, man. You can't pick and choose. Just you got to beat good teams once the team gets to this point during the year. I never really listened to him. The guy. Oh, Carr. Why the fuck do you do that? Oh, he threw that shit. Who was the guy today who was the guy announcing the game today for the Bills? It was Rich Gannon and who else? Oh my God, that guy was fucking horrible. 40-yard kick for Carlson. He got it. Oh. He was terrible. K Beats. I was gonna say him, but I didn't. I sound like he was terrible. He didn't know if Bass made the kick. He clearly made the kick. He called a few others. Was it Trent Green? I always get those two confused. Rich Gannon and Trent Green. He was terrible today. Harlan. Oh my God. He didn't know if the field goal was made. He didn't know if this guy was like caught the pass. There was a few other plays where he just seemed so confused. I was like, the fuck. The guy's sitting right there. Did you see the broadcast booth they have? The view that they have? They have the most beautiful view in the stadium. Him and John Murphy and the main their view is priceless. What a terrible job that guy did today. He was atrocious. Yeah, the network is losing their mind, because now the Chargers have to go for it on 4th down 1,000 times. Is he? He was terrible today, man. I don't know. He was terrible. Like I couldn't listen to that guy today. He just lost me. I never had anything against him before or anything like that, but today he was just. It's not that I dislike him. He just was bad. Yeah, he said that. And then he was another time he said where Wilson gained yards or something and he lost 3 yards. I was like, fuck's he talking about? It was just several plays that he just made a folly out of. Okay, so 7 minutes 9 seconds. Let's see what happens. 2 timeouts. Do you know they're going to go for it on fourth down if they have to? So Carlson should kick this out of the back of the end zone. That he will. 25. Can't turn the ball over. You lose. Ugh. Okay. So they can just basically run their regular offense. Oh, shit. Holding. Steve Levy was talking about elbowing penalties of the head yesterday. I'm not sure what he thought he was. Remember Matt Filer? He's the guy who knocked Trey White out of bounds, and if he wouldn't have been there, he would have fucking scored the interception off Duck Hodges. I'll just never remember. I'll never forget how Chris Collinsworth spent the whole broadcast talking up Duck Hodges, a guy who threw 4 interceptions. He does, McBrizzle. That was a 35. What's up, Al? How you doing, bro? Tyrod got benched again, buddy. He lost his job again for you, man. He can't do it. He just can't. It's just not his, No, he is what he is. I know how much you love him. Herbert. Oh, he just missed Eckler. 3rd and 9. Yeah. Tyrod's a good dude, though. He was the quarterback when they broke the drought, but this isn't I mean, everywhere he goes, he just eventually gets benched. But the poor guy can't get your break. Last year he gets his long. I mean, look at the quarterbacks. Davis Mills to me has been the best rookie quarterback. Davis Mills has been the best rookie quarterback. Herbert was far and away the best rookie quarterback. Incomplete. Another 4th down, guys. When he shaved his head, Doug, you know who he looked like? He looked like Leonardo DiCaprio from A Boy's Life, This Boy's Life or whatever. Where fucking Robert De Niro's like, yeah, you're hot shot. Yeah, you're gonna straighten you out. If you remember that shit, he looked just like he looked like Leonardo DiCaprio. Fourth and 9. Oh, geez, he's gonna score. Fucking insane. McBrizzle's like, this is annoying. This guy's like so pissed. Bisaccia. That's crazy. Oh, who is he going for? Guyton? Yeah, Chargers. 3rd and 6. Will they go if they fucking don't make this? Incomplete. They're gonna have to get. They're gonna have to kick. 41. Was this Bagley? Oh, Hopkins. Yeah, they have to, man. A lot of pressure, buddy. Don't ice the kicker, please. Don't do that dumb shit. He got it. Snaked it in. It was pretty good. No, they play the Chargers, man. They're gonna be a tired ass team, though, guys. Like they're gonna be a tired ass team. Look at this poor chick. She's got like 3 feet of makeup off of her face. Yikes! Half of it's melted. Ugh. Yeah, he's gotten beaten up though. Like they're just gonna be leggy, and then they gotta fly. If they have to come, they have to fly east. Don't take it out. Don't take it out. I like these watch-alongs. They're fun. I know I've had some people bouncing in and out. They can't stick around, but this is the watch-alongs are fun. Yeah, man. They played like shit, man. Al, they've played like average football, offensively, especially average football. So they've definitely got to get some stuff wrapped up this week, man, because they play some average ball. And they still scoring mad points and shit. Carr wants a shot. Brian Edwards going down and digging it out. Yeah, they would have to fly. I mean, nice run by Jacobs. Nice one. Yeah, he's good, Doug. I liked him. I liked him at was it South Carolina? He was good. He was there with Debo Samuel. He got overshadowed. Yeah, Zay Jones, I'll give him credit, man. He's carved out a niche for himself. He's to be in the league. He's a guy that's kind of like And after the Bills released him, I mean, he's done what he could. Oh, big loss. Whoa, he turned his head around. That was a face mask and a half. Oh, Zay Jones. Zay Jones. Far hash. Oh, Zay. We got a punter on the practice squad. Gilliam, the what is he, the Scottish Hammer or whatever they called him, the guy that was the rugby kicker. He was a punter for the Cleveland Browns for the last 2 years. Yeah, dude, this is insane. I don't know where they're at on the field right now, but they're driving. I don't know if they'll release them. That's not their style. That's not their style to just cut a dude like that. I mean, I get it. First and 10 at their 44, 2 timeouts. So, I mean, if they pick up another 25 yards, I'd say they're going to try to kick a field goal and just end it. They pick up another 20. I mean, they would probably want to get it as close as possible. Yeah, man. No, I just don't see it. Yeah, that's the kid that they signed. Really jack kid. Maybe they release him at the end of the year, because you got a kicker, a punter making almost 2 mil, and he's been average. But they're not going to do that for the playoffs. Next score wins. You gotta try to get a big play here and just end this shit with a chip shot. Unless it's a runaway shot. It's a runaway. They're gonna run this shit, or they're just gonna be a hard play action. Oh, they played that shit hard as hell. It's almost like they're rooting for the tie. Listen to them. They're like rooting for it. No sense of urgency. The Steelers fans losing his fucking mind. I can't blame him. Take the time. If they get a timeout, if they get a first down though, I mean you have to be smart and get a better shot at it. They're gonna run it again. They're gonna take a timeout, which is crazy. You're what, Eric? Yeah, they didn't like that shit, Tim. They were very they were like, oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, Micah was in for the rest of the game for that shit. Oh shit. I wonder if they're probably still there. They're both in the floor, probably. That's like, to me, I think that's disgusting. Like, then you're just bastardizing the whole shit. What happened to Darren Waller? Is he hurt? First down! Oh, shit! Now you got to take a timeout. Take a timeout. You know they're going to take the freeze the kicker timeout. You got to be competitive and try to win the game. But, and you also got to realize it's like, hey, God, if you're a conspiracy theorist, like from the literal sense, like you believe every tinfoil hat thing you hear, the people that think this shit is fixed are all over this one. I'm serious. Like they're like this will be one for the ages if he doesn't hit this. He's never missed a fucking kick in the stadium. 47 yards. Got it. Patriots. Night, Herbert. That kid balled out, man. I give him mad respect. Mad respect. He balled out. That was a hell of a game. Give a lot of props to the Raiders. They had a coaching change. This poor special teams guy. Now I'll say poor. He's been in the coaching lifer, just a special teams coach, and he gets the job. How are you going to fire? How are they going to replace the guy? Only Mark Davis, a piece of shit, would do that, right? He'll want to go for the big name, like Jim Harbaugh or somebody like that, and for Vegas. So, yep, Pats it is, man. Pats it is. They had a rough game down in Miami, banged up, and these teams they were battling. They were battling, so this was going to be a tough one. Either one of these teams flying west, east, the outdoor from indoor, he drilled this. Sorry for the garbage truck, guys. I don't know if you can hear it outside or not. Yeah, 3 more times, right, Doug? You'll have to throw 3 more times. They had a pretty good comeback today. They tried to come back. The pick six killed them, pretty much going down by 17 and having to battle back. Tua did nothing. He was 15 to 22 for 109 yards. Duke Johnson had a day against the Patriots. They ran nice. They ran for 195 yards. And people have kind of lost sight is the Patriots run defense has not been good at all. They've had a pretty bad run defense. Jones had an okay day throwing the football, 261, 1-1, but the one is a crusher. And they had 1 sack. They got to Jones twice. So yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting game, for the rematch. Pittsburgh fans, wow, yeah, that's a good one, McBrizzle. Oh, yeah, it was perfect operation, KB. Snap, hold, kick. It was money. Now, you want to see a guy who's going to get fired tomorrow. This is what happens to dinosaurs. You remember Daniel Carlson? I'm going to tell you, if you guys remember, Daniel Carlson, they drafted him in the 5th round. Pittsburgh, the Minnesota Vikings did back in, I think, 2016 or 17. I forget which. He has a rough preseason. They cut him. Right? They cut Carlson. They're like, that Zimmer has one of his, his dry old man, get off my lawn moments. They cut the kid. He goes to Oakland and he went to the Pro Bowl. He missed like 2 kicks. He's been money for them. And it just knee-jerk reactions that happen. I mean, look what happened with Tyler Bass. I mean, Saint last year with the Jets game, he's been a different kicker. I said to myself in those moments, if he comes through this game and hits these kicks, he's going to be a different kicker from here on out, and he was. Carlson destroyed this ball. He just fucking nailed it. And he was thinking about Mike Zimmer the whole way. The whole way. Yeah, he was drafted in 18. In the fifth round, they cut him. I actually cut him in the regular season after he missed a few kicks. He went 8 for 8 with Oakland in 19. He went to the Pro Bowl last year, and he's been money for them. Money. Like his first year was a little rocky, 94, 92. So, yeah, man, you can't people give up on kids so fast. But it is the Chargers, Matt. It is the Chargers, buddy. I know a kid that looks exactly like fucking Derek Carr. This kid named Anthony, and known him ever since he was like 11. Looks exactly like Matt Carr. Just the hair is a slightly different color, but they look exactly alike. No, if you remember, he got injured. He didn't beat him out, Tim. He got injured. They had to bring in a new kicker. They had to trade for a kicker. That was in 2013. Dan Carpenter. They brought Carpenter in because he got hurt, put him on IR. They released him on IR. Then he went to the Redskins. That's what happened with Dustin Hopkins. Yeah, man. Just it's playoff football. It's big time football. It's like kind of a return to the scene of the crime game, where the Bills season kind of like could have went off the rails. Still pissed at Fangio for not going for it. Oh, dude, Al, what a bitch field goal. That was like another dinosaur fired. Like, Fangio, you're gonna get fired. Just go for it, dude. And then for Drew Lock to like that and botch that whole handoff with Gordon, that was just disgusting. That was disgusting. It's gonna be a tough game though, man. They have a good team. Their games against them are not easy. They're well coached. They're prepared, and the Bills are gonna have to be on their P's and Q's in a lot of different ways. But I'm glad it didn't end in a tie, because then it would have, the people, the nefarious types, the people that think that everything is fixed, and and has there been fixed things? Yes, I personally know boxers back in the day that have taken bribes to fix fights, like taken dives in fights. I know that for a fact. I'll never say who they are, but I know, and I'm not saying they're big time fighters or anything like that. I will say this: one fight was on an HBO After Dark, and that's all I'll say. But I know it for a fact that they took money to take a dive. Now in the NFL, there's a lot of moving parts. All you got to do in boxing is pay off the boxer, and it's just a 1v1 sport. It's much easier. In football, unless you got the quarterback in your pocket, it's almost damn near impossible. And the quarterback will just end himself, so he will never do it. What? Tim? Are you kidding me? By who? Yeah, dude, because that's 3 points. That's the 3 points that wins the game, McBrizzle. You're right. And former Bill and Andre Roberts, a guy Bills fans have been clamoring for, had a fumble, gave the Chargers another field goal there. I'm sorry, it cost them a field goal. They didn't score a touchdown. That was just terrible, Matt. Giving it back. I mean, kicking a field goal, thinking you were going to get a stop. All they need, like, you know what I've learned? Remember when Rex did that with his last game he coached? The last game he coached, the Miami game. You know, one of Tyrod's only 300-yard game. Terrible Rex defense, letting Ryan Tannehill look like a star. And you remember he punted it back to them, didn't go for it. He knows he's probably going to get fired at the end of the year, punts it back. It's these old coaches. These old coaches, they think they have more time than they do. They all do. They all think they have more time than they do. On the flip side, you got a guy that it's to the nth degree extreme with Staley. The media, they love him. They love him because he's doing all this go, go, go. But did his decision cost his team the game? Kinda, but not really. But he did similar things throughout the year that probably did cost his team games and probably gave him some games too. No, they don't want to tie Oates. That's insane. Let's see, guys on WGR, but they had heard it from someone else. What's that, Tim? As an old bet, but Jones is young. Oh, I get what you mean, Tim. I get what you mean. I'm sorry, Tim. I was totally misunderstanding. My head is all over the place. It hasn't been it's crazy first normal well, this is probably the first normal week of the new year. It's always that first week, you get over that first week and then you kind of go. Let me ask you guys a hypothetical question. Do you think Tyler Huntley has played just as good, if not better, than Lamar Jackson? And do you think that's a conversation that they'll have? Like our offense, our team, would they be any different, less or more, with Jackson over Huntley or Huntley over Jackson? He can't move, that's for sure. He's not mobile. He's not mobile. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I would love to see the Pittsburgh Steelers knock out the Chiefs. That would be great. Yeah, I mean the second seed, I mean it would have been nice, but it's like still, I mean, I would be a little more worried about the Steelers because of their, mostly because of TJ Watt. TJ Watt's a game wrecker. Cam Hayward's another one that is a game wrecker. I would be a little worried about them, you know. I'd be a little worried about them and on their defensive front. And I have no idea. Like I just don't get it. Like and I said this, anybody who's in this room is a fucking diehard Bills fan, gun to their head, you're gonna go out on your shield. Nobody can question your fandom, your loyalty, all the shit you've been through over the years, the nut kicks that we've taken, the dick punches, the humiliations, the indignities that we've suffered on the football field and press conferences. Um, they're up there. The Giants are doing it now. The Giants are on their way. Even worse than the Bills with the whole Joe Judge debacle and everything. And around here, it's insane. I've never seen Giant fans in a worse place. They're in a rough spot. But yeah, with as it relates to the Bills, full credit, full marks to McDermott, Bean, for doing what they've done, taking a chance on a quarterback that a lot of people have had a lot of questions about, and the kid is just he's a truck. He carries the team. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? Fuck the Pats. No, it's all good, man. Cry, bro. It's emotional, man. It's emotional. It's an emotional game. It's an emotional thing. You know, it makes us feel like children. You fuck anything that makes you cry, tears of joy. Don't apologize. Speaking of bad press conferences, I can't believe it got canned and the Bills may. Yeah. And now his remember his right hand man Monis is singing to Tyler Dunn every chance he gets. Did you see the press conference where they wanted did you not press conference? Did you see the stupid interview that they did because Tyler Dunn has to go long. He's sitting there with Monis and they're talking about like Monis is telling this bullshit story and you know it's bullshit. Like, oh yeah, we really wanted Patrick Mahomes and I was in the cafeteria and Kim was like, oh man, I really wanted Patrick Mahomes. It's like, what? Like, really? You're gonna really, you fucking guys? Like, really? Come on, dude. Like, who you bulls? What a crock of shit. So they traded away from it. Why didn't they just take him? They obviously didn't want him. They could have taken him. They still want to hold on to that old turkey. They still got to hold on to that old turkey because that's all they have. Guys like Whaley and Monis, guys who are career losers. Yeah, it's so easy now. I'll send you the clip. It's such bullshit. It's like, it's such a, you could tell he's just riffing, like just making this shit up. He's just dead ass making it up. Yeah, it's like the owner wants him, but like, come on, man. That I just call bullshit on this. I'm gonna share the link. I just gotta copy the link to you guys. That's all. Sorry. I just gotta copy share link to tweet. That's all I'll do. I just put it in the room now. And it's like Mahomes, it's like he's throwing to two Hall of Fame players. He has a Hall of Fame coach calling plays. It's like, come on, man. He went into a very, very good situation. He didn't have any chance. He had no chance. He didn't have to play. Alex Smith had a career year that year. Played amazing. And, you know, I'm not saying Mahomes has played great. Won a Super Bowl, been to a Super Bowl, been to the playoffs. I mean, can't knock him. He's a great quarterback, but it's so easy. Oh my God, what a little twat that kid is. Jesus Christ, I can't stand that motherfucker. I cannot stand that kid. Call me crazy, but not really. No, man, I'm not really either, dude. I'm really not either. I'm not scared of him at all. Like I'm not, you know, I don't have any fear of him. I just my thing is the Bills offense needs to, you know, get a little like their pass game needs to get back on track, you know, and start firing on all cylinders and playing a good, clean football game, something they haven't done probably since New England is going to be love that. Oh, that beef in the bar. Yeah, that's pathetic. That kid is like the drizzling shits, man. Like he really is. He is like the poster child for everything that's wrong with like these post millennials, these new wave of kids that just have grown up their whole life with the the camera in front of their face and they're just their own little superstars and their own little worlds and they have their own little fan clubs and cliques and their fan groupies and whatever. It's like you have no discernible talent, no discernible skills, yet people still click and like. And that's all the motivation some of these little fuckers need to just go. And you see girls doing it too. It's pathetic. Like you see young women making asses out of themselves, right, left, hand over fist. It's like, you're not cute, honey. You're just pathetic. I hope so, Tim. I hope so, man. I hope so. when we have a road game out. I just hope, you know what, they've this is going to be their what, their third game in a row. They don't have to get on a plane. They just have to just, play a good, clean game. That's what they have to do, like a good 60-minute football game offensively, and they can win. There's no doubt about it. If he is, I mean, he's just annoying. He's just an asshole. I don't know if he's a TikTok star, any star that he is, it's because of his brother. That's it. He's not a star. If he's not Patrick Mahomes' brother, he's a nobody. He's just another kid with a like. I don't have TikTok. Like I'm kind of, I have an Instagram and I have a Twitter, but I don't fuck with that shit like that. Like some of these fools, like it's insane what they do. And you see grown people making their minds in the mush, but they have to play a good, clean game. They have a good thing going with Motor right now, and he needs to, he's the bell cow running back. Josh's legs have been a definite boost. When they need a big play, there was a couple of times I wish he would have took off, but he took a shot, and the couple of them were just really, really razor close. I mean, if he would have hit Diggs on the one, made it 14-0, and it's a wrap. It's over. I mean, even the one with Davis going out the back of the end zone was like shit, man. It was just everything was just so close, so close. K Beats, no, he's a twat. So that's his. I know his Mahomes' wife is terrible. I mean, oh god, she's annoying too. Like I mean, I would obviously he don't have the clout in his house to just make them calm the fuck down, because if he had any clout, he would have been like, yo, you motherfuckers need to stop making me look like an asshole. Chill the fuck out. Like stay off the social media when you're at the game. Stop making it harder than it needs to be, because everything you do comes back to you. It comes back to me, and but he obviously don't got that. He's got some I don't know what that means, Matt, but he just Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I got you, Matt. That's funny. Yeah, man. I mean, he's an amped up leader. He's a driven dude. He carries himself different. I mean, a lot of the ways Kelly, led, he leads like that same type of, but not like this guy. His teammates love him. There was a certain segment of teammates that did not like Kelly because he was abrasive. I mean, I've never heard that about Josh. So be that as it may, I haven't seen that, Matt, but I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. She was so cringe during this. Yeah, there's a lot of cringe family, and it comes out like crazy. I mean, if you look at that draft class, though, I mean, look at what's going on in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield. I mean, half the fan base wants to get rid of him, half the fan base wants to keep him. The organization that's currently in place didn't draft him. I mean, it was like the whole Wyatt Teller trade. It's like they traded Wyatt Teller early in the year, mid-year. Everybody gets on the Bills, their offensive line, this and that. Well, I'm like, well, that same year, the Bills also traded for Ryan Bates, who's been a mainstay on the team for 3 years, been the top interior backup along the whole offensive line for the last 3 years. Could play like 4 different positions. He played right tackle in a game in Tennessee in 19. He's played left and right guard, started at left guard, and he's played center. Now he's the starting left guard, and he makes 10 times less than what Wyatt Teller makes and is 2 years younger. So there's a balance there. And, Beans maybe had a miss, but I saw another crazy stat. Every player that this regime has drafted, except one, is in the league on a practice squad or with the Bills. Most of them are still with the Bills. The only guy that this regime has drafted that's not in the league currently is Voshon Joseph. Every other guy is rostered in the NFL, currently on the Bills practice squad or on their roster. Think about that. That's insane. That's insane. What an amazing percentage to have hit on that. That's just such a crazy percentage. I might have when I saw that information, let me see if I can find it because I had it pulled up. I hope I saved it. Because it was a good one. It was a really good one. Because that's a hell of a that's crazy when you think about it. Damn, I didn't save it. Shit. That sucks. But yep, having seen all that's pretty crazy. Easily, Matt, easily. Eli Harold. He's coaching high school football right now. Mount Castle on the Jets. When did that happen? Oh, Connor McDermott. There's Connor. Well, 3 former Bills are on the Jets. They have Connor McDermott. They have Richard Wild Goose, who the Bills just drafted. He's on their 53. Jack Anderson started for the Eagles yesterday, as Doug just pointed to. They also have Tyler Croft, but he wasn't drafted by the Bills. Tanner Vallejos plays special teams for Arizona. So they've really, Wyatt Teller is one of the highest paid guards in the league. So, I mean, they've really cleaned up in the draft. I mean, in terms of either these people are on their roster contributing at a high level, or they're somehow sprinkled throughout the league contributing on other rosters. I mean, go back to 2017, Zay Jones, who we saw tonight. Nate Peterman's on their roster. I believe he's on their IR, but he's on their roster. Ray McLeod is on Pittsburgh. Austin Prohl was on their practice squad, just released, so you can say he's one guy. Voshon Joseph, everybody else is in the league. So Dane Jackson's starting his 7th, 8th game now. He's been a 7th round corner. He's played amazing. And I would say this, teams for the Bills going forward for their draft, I would say that's kind of taken them out of the cornerback discussion for first couple of rounds easy. Would you guys agree? Yeah, he's the main backup now at the interior. He's basically flip-flop with Ryan Bates. And that's crazy. Yeah, I really wish they could have kept Anderson, man. I liked him. I really wish they could have had him on the roster, but it happened so early in the season. K Beats, guys, again, how does this secondary have no Pro Bowlers? And that includes Taron Johnson. 2,771 passing yards allowed all fucking year. 12 touchdown passes. Tell me how. Missing a Pro Bowl corner. What position, Zach? One of 2. The way Harrison Phillips has played, they're definitely going to re-sign him, and he's the type of guy to stay. You guys might think I'm crazy. I want a big wide receiver. Beasley's got a lot of money on the books. Sanders is a 1-year guy. I want Allen to have his Mike Williams. I want Allen to have his mismatch guy. That's what I want. I want that red zone beast. I want that AJ Brown type. That's what I want. That's for me. That's just me personally. The guy that I like the most out of that whole group, and it's a deep group of receivers. I think I shared this with Doug, you guys a couple of times. Treylon Burks, Arkansas, 6'3", 230, runs like a fucking deer, does all that reverse stuff that McKenzie does. Just insane. What's up, Crazy Killer? How you doing, bro? Yeah, I don't care about the Pro Bowl. It's just I don't even care if they play in it, but just the accolades, just the just it's just something. I just think that a receiver that's big and physical, some of those red zone possessions down inside the 15 to 10, more of them turn into touchdowns because you have that mismatch. And another thing that type of receiver does for you is that instead of having a guy like Sanders or Beasley blocking, you have a body like that blocking. You got 230, 225, 6'2", legit. The guy's a big dude. And I hate to land on names because we get all hyped up and caught up on names and then we don't land the player. It sucks. But if they were going to go defense, I would say interior defensive line. The kid from Georgia would be phenomenal. Jordan Davis. The guy is Ted Washington in change, man. He's huge and can move. And I've seen Gabe in person. He's a big dude, man. Gabe is not a small guy. I was like, Gabe is not a small dude. Isaiah Hodges is a big dude too. Yeah, Tim, that kid is a fucking monster in the middle. Like he's just a stud. That's Matt. I just a guy like a bigger version. Just what's up, Midnight? How you doing, bro? Like that's for me. I just take that offense to another level. Like take that shit to this. You know what? Because if I look at our offense, it's like we have to defend Josh, and that's great. You have to defend Josh. But I want a person on offense that they have to game plan for independent of Josh. Like we have to defend this dude. We have to stop this guy. We have to keep Josh from getting him the ball. And you know what? Those little quick hitters, wide receiver screens, if that guy is catching it or he's out in front and blocking it or, taking just that kid, I love that kid is just, that's my wet dream. That's my wet dream in April. On April 30th, that kid is my wet dream. 100%. Like that kid is just if they could get him, and I know there's receivers ranked ahead of him right now, like Wilson, Olave, Williams. So hopefully the Bills can get it in. Tim, you know what? If the Bills are drafting 32, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't, man. If they're drafting that far, then I'm great. Like I have no problem with them doing that. And if that's the case, then if he's there and they're drafting there, fucking so be it. So be it, man. That would be phenomenal. A long way to go, man. A long way to go. Ugh, my boy's hitting me up. Yep, that's who it is. McCorkle Jones on third time. So, this will be what's up, Neil? How you doing, bro? We'll see what happens, when you play a guy in a team three times in such close proximity. I mean, wow, this is three times in the only time I can remember the Bills playing a team in such close proximity was the Dolphins. They played two games, but I think that the game that they played, the first one, was much earlier in the season. That was in '95 because they faced them last week of the year, and then they faced them in the playoffs the next week. This season, they've played the Pats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've played the Pats 3 times in the last 7 weeks. That's insane. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was, Neil. 100% crazy killer. For me, I mean, like I said, I'm not apologizing for wins. You guys should not be in the business of apologizing for wins either, because you just look throughout this season and how many games can we point to and say, look, this team should have beat this team. Look at the Jets. The Jets took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the brink. The defending Super Bowl champs. They have wins. The Jets wins. The Titans, the Bengals, right? Insane. How do they beat those teams? I have no clue. But they did it. They did it, right? They almost beat the Bucks. They beat the Jaguars, who beat the Bills, who beat the Colts. And they beat the Houston Texans, who've completely, turned it around in their own right. Davis Mills, to me, is arguably the best rookie quarterback. Bills got no credit for beating them. They should have beat the Patriots. They've played with their hair on fire. The Colts have blown 2 games to teams everybody felt like they should beat in the last 2 weeks. Raiders, we saw tonight. And then, so the Bills, that game that happened with the Bills and Jags, you just got to point to the Colts, who destroyed the Bills. That was the only game the Bills were not in. Like, insane. And Carson Wentz just completely vomited all over himself. And we've seen a lot of games like this, guys. Look at another example. Look how easily the Bills, would you say, agree, the Bills beat the Saints pretty easy? Would you say they beat the Saints pretty easy? We could all agree that, right? Bills beat the Saints rather easily. Tampa Bay, who went up on the Bills 24-3. Bills almost came back and won. Yeah, had a chance to win. They didn't. Another one of those one-score games. They shut out the Buccaneers and beat them earlier in the season in the Mercedes Dome. Placed the Bills 1 pretty easily. 2-0 against that team. 2-0 against that team. Insane. There's so many games throughout this whole year. People can say, point to this one, point to that one. It's like the Bengals, again. They're a darling. They got destroyed at home again. And this is before they started rolling. They got destroyed at home by Cleveland, who couldn't win a game for love of money. Arguably Cleveland's best game of the year. They destroyed them. They won again. I mean, they didn't play anybody, but neither did the Browns. So, again, earlier in the year, the Browns had the Chiefs on the ropes, but they gave that game away. The Chargers, they got destroyed. That same Chargers team got destroyed against New England. Cleveland got destroyed against New England. The Finns sweep the Pats. Exactly. Can we say the Bills and the Dolphins are on the same level? Bills beat them easily and played like shit in both games. Played average football. In both games, the Bills played completely, utterly average football and handily beat them. I think that the cumulative score was 60-17 because the first game was a shutout. Terrible. But against the Patriots, 2-0. Finished their season with a winning record after being 1-7. Great job, Brian Flores. You've earned my respect. Great coaching job. Seriously, I'm not joking. That's some good shit. I mean, just look throughout this league and you can find so many games. So many games. Atlanta, another one. They beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins team lost to the Jaguars. That turned their season around. Look at Detroit. all the games that they fought scratch and clawed to be in. And shit, they lost a lot of them, but they gave teams fits. I mean, they gave Green Bay fits today. Insane. Yeah, the Texans again. It just insane. It just make it make sense. It's just half our versus Indy. That's crazy. Every team had at least one real shit show. Tim, at least one real shit show. They're showing the highlights here. What could they possibly show in terms of highlights for the Keelan Cole? I mean, that was just fucking crazy luck. Fucking Poyer was so all Poyer had to do was just stand there and wait and just hit him. Instead, he just ran past him. I was shocked they let Wilson take this type of abuse today. I was like, what is Solid gonna like? He's just gonna destroy this kid. This kid just got crushed today. And look at John Beck. He's his own personal like babysitter. Yeah, man. One seed again, another slip, a slip of the cleat. That's all it is, dude. Just one slip of the cleat. If the Bills score a touchdown in Jacksonville instead of kick a field goal on the opening drive, Bill had first and goal at the 4, and they score a touchdown there, they win. That's it. They don't slip in Tennessee, they probably go in and win. Josh doesn't step out running into the end zone in Tampa Bay, they probably win. So every one score game, man. 9 sacks, dude. 9 sacks. Insane game. Insane. I have the team stats right here in front of me. Josh 4,407, almost 650 pass, 646 in terms of attempts, 200 more throwing attempts than rushing attempts as a team. 36 touchdowns, 15 INTs, 5,110 yards of total offense for Josh Allen. And 42 total touchdowns combined for the year. Motor's our leading rusher. Probably should have got more carries. You look back. You know what? You remember the first game against Pittsburgh? Motor started it all for us. He got like a big run, got us a field goal drive. He started in the second half. And you look at the way the Bills have changed it up when they're kind of struggling in the pass game. They're going to Motor, and he's getting it going. I wish they would have done that certain parts of the year, like in the Jaguars game, like in the opener against Pittsburgh. 7 rushing touchdowns is a career high for him. He had a very good season. I wish he would have got more touches because he proved to be a really valuable back. He took the job by the horns, and he's full marks to him. Diggs, our leading pass receiver, 103 catches, 1,225 yards, 10 TDs. Little less than what he had last year, but it's a very solid year for him. Knox finishes the year 49 catches, 587 yards, 12 yards a clip, 9 TDs. Great season for a Bills tight ends. Hopefully that's something for him to springboard on. Had an amazing catch today. An amazing catch. Mario Addison finishes the year as the sack leader, 7. He's really played well the last couple of weeks. Felt like he was being a little bit lethargic, lackadaisical. But even last week, our defensive line, Rusea with a strip sack, really helped win that game. F.A. Obata didn't play today, but 3.5 sacks. He was playing well. Ed Oliver's finishes it with 4 sacks, but his production, his ability to penetrate, he's just really playing great football right now. It's the best football he's played as a Bill, and it's really fun to watch. Milano finishes with 3 sacks. I think Hughes had about a sack and a half today. They haven't really quite tallied it up but he played his best game of the year. Epinesa had a sack today. That was nice to see. Poyer had 2 sacks today. Insane. How you doing, Dale? What's up, bro? If they beat the Pats, they go to Tennessee. If they beat the Pats, they go to Tennessee. Harrison's been amazing. Again, I said about the video, I said, if you would have talked about Harrison Phillips in the first half of this year, first 10 games of this year was an afterthought. He was a guy that they looked like you could just cut tomorrow, a guy that wasn't going to be re-signed going into the offseason. Maybe like a bit of a bust in terms of being a third round draft pick. All that talk about, oh, Kyle, a baby Kyle 2.0. It's like, that's a joke. This kid has, in his fourth year, he's been amazing. Amazing. I all the respect to him. We'll see midnight. It's still, you gotta win next week, man. Got to win next week, bro. You got to win. You got to win, and you can't take these games for granted now. It's win or go home now. There's no like. I always think when you get to the playoffs and you go on this long journey and every next week is guaranteed. Now you have 17 weeks. You have a bye week, so you're in it for 18 weeks. I remember I did my first video with you guys in this season back in September, and now here we are, in January. So it's like it's Rocky and Apollo in the gym, and Rocky doesn't want to train. He's like, tomorrow he's demoralized, and he's like, well, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. That's the thing that I always think about when the playoffs is there is no tomorrow. There really isn't. You got to just go. And everything, every game, every play everything is left out on the table. Everything becomes ratcheted up a million times. Bills have been here before. This is not their first rodeo. And for a lot of the Patriots, particularly their quarterback, some of their receivers, it is. So it's go time. I don't know, Doug. We'll see, man. Like it's week to week, man. Week to week, hopefully. And you can't say who's going to win or who's going to lose, I just win, man. Just win. Let me see how this plays out. Like the lowest seed. The best way I do it is with I look at the just the playoff machine, and it's pretty much locked in right now. So week 18, it's the lowest seed. So Tennessee would get either now if Pittsburgh beats KC, that's where they go. But if either way, if the Bills win, they're likely to get the Raiders or they get the Bengals. That's who they get. And who knows how that game turns out. That's a crazy game. A crazy, full props to the Raiders. They're playing, just appropriate, right? They're the Vegas Raiders. They're playing with house money. They really are. They're playing with house money. That's just the way that the way the cookie's crumbling right now. But I've laid it all out for you guys. We've seen crazy shit all year long in terms of teams winning that you don't expect. Oh my God, how did that happen? Again, if Pittsburgh beats KC, just know that's the theme of this year. What's not supposed to happen is happening. I call 2001 Murphy's Law. It's just year of Murphy's Law. That's it. Anything can and will happen. I would love that, man, Doug. I would love that. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. If they go out and lose though, and they didn't play great. Tyreek Hill looks a little beat up. I'm glad they have to play next week. I'm glad they didn't get the 1 seed to heal up. They have to go right back out there and play. You just look at a few games here, more than one, the Bills left on the table, and they could be sitting home this week, relaxing, resting up, and watching. And that's going to be the message McDermott's going to send to this team. McDermott is going to be on their ass tomorrow. They have a short week. They have to play Saturday night, and he's going to tell them, look, because of X, Y, and Z, we're not in the, we don't get another week to rest up, heal up. We have to go back out there and play in 5 days instead of chilling for 7 days and then getting back to work on Monday. Or they would have had a light practice on a Sunday and then prepared for whoever they played, which is, that's what he's going to tell them. Don't let that happen this week, because if it happens this week, you're going to stay home permanently. You're not leaving. Well, you'll leave, but you're just no more football for this year. The year's over. So that should be the message. Yeah, Rich Stadium, bro. Rich Stadium. Remember one year it's actually been called Buffalo Bills Stadium twice. It was called in 98, it was called Bills Stadium after the Rich, I forget the company Rich was. It was some paper, I forget, it was something like that. Or a mill or something, I forget. And it was Rich. To me, it'll always be Rich Stadium. I don't Highmark, New Era, the Cap, the Ralph Wilson Stadium. To me, it's always been Rich Stadium. So if KC wins against the Steelers, the Bills wait and they'll play whoever wins out of Vegas and the Bengals. And if the Bills win, they wait, and then they'll get the lowest. They'll play the lowest seed out of those two. Like KC, like the Bills could go to Tennessee. No, they get the lowest seed, right? So, yeah, I'm confused, guys. I'm sorry. It's just been a long day. All these playoff scenarios and shit. My head is working all fucked up. So they're off this week. Okay. Let's just say KC, likeliest outcome, KC wins. They get the lowest seed. Whoever that is. So if they win, if the Raiders win, they go to KC, right? And then the Bills in turn, no, the Bills would go to KC, the Raiders would go to Tennessee. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. Now, if I know this, if the Steelers win, they go to Tennessee, and then the Bills get the winner of the Bengals and the Raiders. That I've got it. Oh, did they? They made, yeah. I don't know what their exact thing was. They were some sort of mill or something. Yeah, they did something. If they were a tobacco, it wouldn't shock me. They were pretty loud today. I mean, it was a little light and lovely crowd. I didn't see much of that. I didn't see much of that fear at all. I mean, even in the UK, over in Europe, where there's a lot of the restrictions are way worse. I watch I watch soccer all the time on ESPN Plus, and those stadiums are packed. I mean, the FA Cup was going on in England, in London, in England, or throughout England all weekend, and those stadiums, where they were big or small, were just packed. So I see some people mask, some people not. So it's a mixed bag everywhere to me. 10 gets the lowest seed advance. Yes. Bills go to Tennessee if they win next week. If they do, I mean, I don't mind that game. If they go, they go. I don't know, Neil. I don't know. I mean, they expanded by 4 teams between 95 to 2002. If you guys know how I feel about that, I don't like that. I'll always feel it's a 28-team league, and I know some teams like the Jags and the Carolina Panthers play some good football sometimes, but it's few and far between. I mean, you look at the state of the Texans now with their ownership after old man McNair passed, and even the situation that happened, how they ripped Cleveland out of Cleveland, threw them in Baltimore after Baltimore got ripped off by the Colts to go to Indianapolis because Bob Irsay was a piece of shit and his son's an even bigger weirdo. And they poached them. They're like, oh yeah, build a new stadium, we'll put the Browns back there. And they did, because they want to be a part of the NFL. And I don't blame them. How the hell can you take away that team with all that history and stuff? One of Paul Brown's founding teams, and along with Cincinnati. I mean, come on, man. That's insane. For teams with no fan bases in places that don't really care about NFL football, it's terrible. I think it's terrible. And you bastardize your charter franchises. The Bills are a AFL charter franchise. Don't let anybody tell you different. The Bills are an AFL charter franchise. And I'll tell you something else. If Ralph Wilson doesn't loan Al Davis the extra 10,000 to start up the Raiders, Al Davis did a lot to keep he did a lot for the merger. He took the NFL to court and won so that they could draft players, because the NFL was like, no, that's not a pro league. That was just a matter of opinion. Al Davis is like, yeah, we're a pro league and we have a right to these players. And they won. The league always took that shit to heart. Always. And any major ruling on an NFL field mostly went against the Raiders for a reason. Holy roller, the immaculate reception, the tuck. You just trust me. Hell yeah, Terrence. Just give me that. Just give me that hardware. That's all I want. That's all I want. Yeah, St. Doug to go fuck himself. Don't wear the mask, Matt. Let's everybody see your pretty face, buddy. That should be telling. That's the world telling you something subliminally. Yeah, I've always been 6 teams. You don't bastardize your playoffs. You make it a real playoff. Like, but it is what it is. It's not. They're not going to take it away. But you never know with this league. You never know. They've spent the last 8 minutes of this broadcast talking about how they should fire Judge, because I have I have it on mute and I see the script, and yeah, they don't know if they're going to. Yeah, I've talked to you about this, Jake. I would 2018 league for me. It's always been a 2018 league. You're watering down your league. You want to water down your league, add teams and pull from the same talent pool. With the only major league in all of the world that has no developmental system of its own. Totally relies on college. And is easily the highest grossing of all the big leagues. By far. It's not even close. It's laughable. All right, K-Beats. Have a good night, man. Go Bills. Love you all. You know what? It's 11:11. That's a good time to kill it. I'm gonna jump off here, guys. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. I know a lot of you got to get up Monday, do your thing. I'm gonna break night. That's how I do it. I make sure I don't do shit after, I only get 17, 18 of these. 19's guaranteed, but that's it after. We'll see what happens after next week, guys. Go Bills. Victory Monday. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Love it. Revel in it. Let everybody know. Rock your shit. Because anything could happen. It's going to be Saturday, so I could say any given Saturday, anything could happen. All right, go Bills, man. Peace. So I'll be back here this time next Saturday. Well, yeah, this time next Saturday. Either happy or I'll be fucking miserable. Hopefully we're fucking happy. Good night, guys. Look, thank you again for the room. It's all yours, man. You guys do it. You guys pop it off. You get it popping. Like AB said, you get it popping in here. You guys pop it. Take care.